everybody. We, as you know, got engaged on March 25th, and even though it's already been almost a month, we wanted to take the time now to tell you our engagement story. And the reason why it's taken so long is because we wanted to tell a lot of people personally, and it's really hard to do that when you live far away from your family. So we were contacting a lot of people one-on-one, but now we're sharing it with everyone. So I kind of had an idea that it was going to happen. Tommy kind of left a little bit of clues here and there. So we were going to spend a staycation weekend up in San Francisco that Tommy planned. And so we left early on that Friday morning, which was Good Friday, which was a great Friday for us. And we went up to the city, and Tommy got a haircut, and then I got a mani-pedi. And I actually put a poll up on my Facebook page of what color I should get my nails painted, and it turned out that the color was the exact color of my ring, so that scared Tommy a little bit.
Just a little bit. I thought you knew for sure.
And I had a feeling that it was going to be that weekend, but I thought it was going to be later because I knew we were going to a Warriors game, and the Warriors were playing the Mavericks, and that was one of Tommy's teammates is on the Mavericks, so I thought maybe he was going to surprise me and do like a Jumbotron halftime or something elaborate in public, but you had other plans. So what was kind of your plan?
Well, I was originally going to do it the week before, and I was going to try to take Mandy to LA because there was a makeup show going on, but it kind of worked out the week after. I had a 3-day weekend, and Friday off, we went up to the city, and after we had gotten my haircut and Mandy had her nails done, we kind of did a little hike over in Marin Headlands so we can get a nice view of the Golden Gate Bridge, and a co-worker had recommended going underneath the bridge, but there was a lot of kids around there talking to us and hunting crabs.
It was really ridiculous. Like, we were looking around, and Tommy seemed really intensely focused on finding a cool place around that area, and I didn't really understand why, because I didn't think I was going to be getting engaged right then, and I was just like, this is such a weird area. He wanted to like trek through the grass, and these kids are like, we're hunting crabs, and they're like middle school kids, and I could see one of them's butt crack, and it just was not a romantic situation. And I had no idea that Tommy had my ring in his pocket of his jacket, which he couldn't put on because it stuck out, right? Mm-hmm. And yeah. So I thought it was kind of chilly, not chilly enough to ask to borrow the jacket, thank goodness, because I don't know what you'd have done.
Yeah. I don't know
But he was like, no, I'm really hot. So since obviously the under the bridge area with the kids and their butt cracks and the crabs was not the ideal spot, so we kept trekking along and went up this pretty steep hike. And then Tommy, I'm a rule follower, and Tommy follows rules when they make sense to him, but he's definitely more of a rebel. So do you want to?
Yeah, so we kind of just made our way. We didn't climb any fences or anything, but we kind of crossed over some areas we probably weren't supposed to, just so we can get to the ledge, kind of the end of the cliff, and we just hung our feet off the edge, and it was just a beautiful view of the city and of the bridge and the bay and the ocean. And the ring was burning a hole in my pocket, so I took it out as soon as I could and just did it right there.
Yeah, so we were standing on pretty much on top of the world. We could see it's just a beautiful view, and this video I'm going to also use for a blog post telling the story and sharing some of the pictures, but I had brought a selfie stick with me because I have them exactly for this purpose, to make videos. And so we did like a 360-degree view of selfies in a video, because then we could just take a screen grab of the best one so that we weren't like the wind was blowing and making weird faces, and selfies are hard. So we did that and then sat down together next to each other, and he brought out the ring, and I pretty much like, we both kind of blacked out. Yeah. It's, if you've ever been engaged, it's a very intense emotional situation, and we kind of were just like, 5 minutes later, I'm like, you asked me to marry you, right? And I said yes, like, this is happening now. And we kind of hugged and kissed, and it was perfect because I had always imagined a really public thing, kind of like the Warriors game that I was expecting, but I'm so glad that we were far away from tourists and could be, you know, alone together and really enjoy the moment. And I guess Tommy kind of prepared for us to both lose our minds for a minute, because he wrote me a card when we got back to the car. He gave it to me, and we took a bunch of selfies again together on top of the world as an engaged couple, which is fantastic. And yeah. So then we got the card. He surprised me, sort of, with a hotel. We stayed at the W for the weekend. We went to the Warriors game. We went to brunch in Sausalito after to celebrate, and just did a lot of touristy things until Tommy got food poisoning.
Yep.
But the beginning of the weekend was absolutely amazing, and even with the food poisoning, Tommy said it was the best weekend ever, and I totally agree. So now we begin wedding planning. We still haven't set a date, but we'll keep you all posted. Thank you for watching, and yeah, we're happy.
Thank you guys.
All right. Bye, everyone.